Good evening and welcome to the November 7th, 2023 Gilderland Central School District Board of Education meeting. Would you all please silence your cell phones and stand for the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, first on the agenda tonight, we have our showcase of students, so I'll turn it over to Dave Austin. Mr. Austin.
Good evening. Is this on? Yes? All right. Tonight, wanted to share with you some special accomplishments from our student athletes from this past fall season. Tonight, we're going to recognize our team sectional champions from the fall season, our NISFA qualifiers from the fall season, and our Federation qualifiers from the fall season. So the athletes you see tonight are some of the best in their sports in Section 2 and some of the best in the entire New York State. Incredible and certainly worthy of celebration, which is what we're doing tonight. We have an impressive group of individuals to recognize tonight, which speaks to the amount of success our athletic programs have had this fall. And as I call us off, I'll ask you to stand when I call your names off and the teams off. So time you be ready, okay? And then we'll do some pictures at the end, and I'll walk us through that too, all right? We're going to start with girls golf. Hannah Mitchell and Jane Fanning, stand up. These two Guilderland, nope, stay standing. These two Guilderland Lady Dutch golfers finished in the top 10 at the individual sectional championship and state qualifier on October 11th and 13th. Hannah Mitchell finished in 7th place, shooting an 84 and an 80. Jane Fanning finished in 9th place, shooting an 83 and an 85. In doing so, both Hannah and Jane qualified for the NISFA Girls Golf State Championship Tournament that will be played on June 2nd and 3rd at the Edison Club. Congratulations and best of luck to Hannah and Jane. We're going to move on to boys golf. Is Tim Esme and Sean Roddy here? They are. Stand up. Two Guilderland Dutchman golfers also had success at the individual sectional championship and state qualifier at Fairways of Half Moon. Tim Esme shot a 73 and a 78 to finish in 5th place. Sean Roddy shot a 78 and a 76 to finish in 6th place. Both Sean and Tim qualified for the NISFA Boys Golf Championship Tournament that will be played on June 2nd and June 3rd at the Mark Twain Golf Club in Elmira, New York. Only 9 golfers qualified for this tournament from Section 2. Congratulations and best of luck to Sean and Tim. Girls tennis, Angela Lee and Megan Uzilia, are you here? There they are. Angela Lee and Megan Uzilia of Guilderland Lady Dutch Tennis advanced to the Final Four of the Section 2 Tennis Doubles Tournament played at Central Park in Schenectady. This automatically qualified them to participate in the NISFA Girls Tennis Doubles Tournament. Although they fell in the opening round of this tournament, it was an outstanding accomplishment for them to be there representing Section 2. Megan Uzilia also earned the Sportsmanship Award for Section 2 Girls Tennis. Congratulations, girls. Girls Cross Country, Addison Velicoop, Braylon Cornell, Tara Iyer, Lily Hubbard, Rebecca Kleiber, Alexa Kozier, Danica Kozier, and Kara Whiteside. The girls cross country team had a strong race at sectionals at Queensbury on Saturday, placing 4th in a loaded Class A. Congratulations to Addison Velicoop, who placed 3rd in this race with a PR of 17 minutes and 54 seconds to earn a spot at the NISFA Championship meet on Saturday at Vernon Verona High School. The team qualified for the New York State Federation Championship meet, which will be held at Bowden Park in Wappinger Falls on November 18th. Congratulations to team members Avriana Altieri, Braylon Cornell, Tara Iyer, Lily Hubbard, Rebecca Kleiber, Alexa Kozier, Danica Kozier, Kara Whiteside, and Addison Velicoop. The boys cross country team, Akash Iyer, Will Smithis, Noah Johnson, Joe Kozier, Liam Melcher, Alex Goldman, Noah Webster, Sean Levy, and John Wang. The boys cross country team also had a strong showing at sectionals at Queensbury High School this past Saturday. The team finished in 2nd in Class A. Akash Iyer placed third overall in the race, and Will Smith placed sixth overall. Both qualified to race at NISFA Championships on Saturday at Verona High School, which is pretty special, as only 5 individuals go to states from all of Section 2 in Class A. The team qualified for the New York State Federation Championship meet as well, so Gilderland Cross Country will be sending both teams to Wappinger Falls on November 18th. Congratulations to the boys cross country. Gilderland Lady Dutch field hockey, stand up, the entire team, and Coach Sykes. They've got some hardware back there that they're proud of. The field hockey team had a season for the record books. The team finished with 14 wins and 5 losses and had many firsts in program history. That included the most wins in a season, the most goals, assists, and points in a season, winning a game at the Field Hockey National Tournament for the first time ever in program history, and earning the #1 overall seed in the Section 2 Class A tournament for the first time ever. The Lady Dutch would go on to win the Section 2 Class A title by beating Saratoga 2-1. This is the second sectional championship in program history and second since 2019. Although the team fell to Mamaroneck in the regionals, it was a special season, and we are proud. Congratulations to Coach Sykes and the Gilderland field hockey team on an amazing season. Last but not least, Gilderland Dutchman soccer team and Coach Canale. Stand up. Gilderland boys soccer has had an amazing season as well. The team boasts a record of 14 wins, 3 losses, and 3 ties. They've only given up 8 goals all season, including a stretch of 7 consecutive games that lasted through the sectional championship without giving up a goal. The Dutchmen defeated Niskayuna by a whopping score of 5-0 in the Class AA sectional title, which is their first sectional championship since 2013. The sectional championship was the third for Gilderland head coach Mike Canale. The team then defeated CBA Syracuse in the regional final. CBA Syracuse was previously unbeaten in the regional final this past Saturday at Fayetteville Manlius High School by a score of 2-1 in overtime. They're not quite done. They've advanced to the New York State Class AA state semifinal game. They will play Clarence on Saturday at Middletown High School at 10:45 in the morning for a chance to play in the New York State Championship game for Class AA. Congratulations and good luck to the Gilderland Dutchman boys soccer team. Before we send you on your way, I want to grab a few pictures. First and foremost, once again, congratulations. What a successful fall that we've had, and we're not done yet. It's been an amazing season. Congratulations, our athletes and our coaches. Before you take off, I want to get some pictures. This time, we're not going to stand in front of our Board of Education and district administrators. We're going to ask you to stand up. We're going to bring some of these folks up here and get some pictures. Let's start with, we're going to have the boys and girls golf members come up. We'll do a boys and girls golf picture together. All right? Come on up.
Why don't we?
Okay. You ready? All right. 1. 1. Golfers slide out. Girls tennis. Come on up, girls. Come on, girls. Cross country teams, you're on deck. Boys and girls together. Okay. All right. 1. 1. Very good. Boys and girls cross country, come on up. Coaches, athletes, come on up. Might have to get creative here. We might have to have a front row maybe on the knee and then back row kind of shoulder to shoulder. Oh, there he is. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Anybody else? Congratulations, cross country. Field hockey, come on up. Make sure that plaque's front row and center. They have to get creative. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Now, perfect. Yeah, do it now. Yep. Perfect. All right. Eyes up here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Not least. All 26 of you are really going to have to get the front row here. All right? Got a good 26 of you. Let's be great. Hold on. Yeah, let's get a front row. At least 10 of you. Come on. Drop to a knee. Yep. We're going to need it. We're going to need it. Back row lower, right? Lower just a little bit. Back row. Lower just. Back row, lower just a little bit, like you got it. Come on. You guys are agile. You're soccer players. I got to go back here. A little lower. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thanks, guys. Thank you for having us. Appreciate it. All right.
They didn't even need to put
No.
If I was given a budget PowerPoint, they would have stayed.
Yes.
Like,
It's something to keep them here. It's a draw.
Wow, unbelievable.
yeah.
I mean, not to allow one goal to score, but 7 games. My factor was finally for them. They took the guy's chair right up. Can you pour me a drink of water?
Of course I can.
I don't have a picture anywhere near there. Well, that's okay. I wasn't blaming anybody. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Were they supposed to take all of the chairs? That's efficient. That was nice. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
don't have a cup.
Are we live?
I had to go over there.
We are live. Yeah.
Coach's voice is so
The poor student is waiting so patiently.
good down there straightening them up and everything.
I want to go to that soccer game.
Where is it?
Where's what?
I didn't
Soccer
observe
game?
that.
The in Wappingers?
Wappingers Falls, you said, I thought?
Huh?
Yes.
Okay, congratulations again to the athletes. Next on our agenda, we have our high school student rep. You could just come up to the mic and say your name, thanks.
Hi, my name is Part Sarecha. I'm a sophomore here at Guilderland High School. It's such an honor to be here in front of you all tonight. The other high school representative, Levin, was not able to be here tonight, so it'll just be me for today. To start off, we have been starting up homeroom activities in every morning from about 9 o'clock to 9:15. These homeroom activities are made to build community between all the homeroom members and get to know our homeroom members and our friends and peers more better. The last homeroom activity that we had involved Skittles. So you would pick a Skittle, and based on the color of the Skittle, you would answer a certain question, like, what's your favorite subject, or how long have you been at Guilderland, stuff like that. On another note, the end of the first quarter is fast approaching this Thursday. Teachers are continuously reminding students to be checking eSchool data and making sure that they're up to date on grades and assignments. And student government also sent out a survey to the students. This survey was about upcoming Spirit Week days and what students would like to see. Pajama Day was a very popular one, for example, and there were some requests for anything but a backpack day. So this is some of the stuff that that's happening in the school. On another note, the principal forum is upcoming this November 16th, right here in the LGI. This is made for students to be able to come in and voice their concerns about the school to the school principals. That's all for today. I'm Part Sarecha. Thank you so much again.
Thank you so much. Next, we have public comment. I have one public comment from Alexandra Niti. If you could just go to the mic and share your name.
You're taller than me. Hi, my name's Alexandra Nitty. Is that good? Yes. Yeah, okay. I'm going to read from my phone, I'm sorry. But I'm here tonight to ask for much-needed support for the GES second grade class. The class is struggling with significant behavioral issues, and it has become too much for just one person to handle. To give some background, this class had a very similar problem last year as first graders. 15 students in a specific room had their teacher abruptly leave, and there were, similarly to this year, were well-documented behavioral issues with that room. Those 15 first graders had an above-average amount of time with subs, followed by months of not knowing who their teacher would be. As you can imagine, not only did those children suffer socially and emotionally by not having a consistent teacher in the classroom, the curriculum and academics suffered as well. Almost 3/4 of that same group is now in this specific section of the second grade class, except now one full room has been cut, meaning the class sizes have almost doubled. And unfortunately, it seems that the class is heading in that same direction, with their teacher, Mrs. Castellana, at her wit's end, feeling overwhelmed, under-supported, and completely broken. From speaking with the teacher and a few personal experiences, the behavioral issues in the class are not only too much for one person to handle, but pose safety risks to all the children in the classroom. Some of the issues so far have been students running out abruptly of the classroom, running and sliding under desks, throwing anything they can find across the room, physical fighting between the children, flipping desks over in frustration, along with screaming and crying on a daily basis. Mrs. Castellana has had to, on at least one occasion, evacuate the classroom during one of the students' outbursts, as this was the only way to help the student calm down. Dr. Lockwood, the school's principal, has been
Ms.
a
Nady,
regular...
I just want to interrupt 1 second. For public comment, you're not supposed to make reference to any of the employees' names.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll change that now. The school's principal has been a regular presence in an attempt to try and prevent the near constant calls for help this classroom has needed, which began the first day of school. In fact, the teacher has expressed that she does not feel comfortable walking this class down the hall without extra support, and when she does, it's so disruptive to nearby classrooms that other teachers step out to check on the commotion. I'm concerned that this will lead to our children only being allowed to attend the specials like music, art, gym, and library, if and when there is additional help provided. Needless to say, this environment cannot support actual learning. Not only are our children not receiving the adequate lessons required, I am concerned they will receive the same fate as last year, with their very well-meaning teacher forced out, putting them even farther behind academically for the second year in a row. With state testing starting next year for these kids, I think it would just be detrimental. This is clearly an issue that requires some foresight concerning the future of this group of second graders as a whole, but for this year, it is clear that this teacher needs support. The teacher needs a full-time aide. The principal has informed me it is not in his authority to approve this, which is why I am here. Providing this teacher with a full-time aide will not only help this specific group of children and ensure that they can continue to progress and learn, it will be a statement to the entire district, a statement that says we'll support our educators, a statement that says we care about your children, and will ensure that they are all given an opportunity to learn in a safe environment, a statement that says teachers and parents are not in this alone, and that our district is committed to the well-being of our schools and classrooms. While I know you all share these sentiments since you are present here tonight, I am asking you to please help the second grade class at GES and provide this classroom with a full-time aide. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Needy. I think we are in the early stages of the budget process, so I think all of us will keep in mind of, where there could be resources used for aides in elementary classrooms, but we'll look specifically at GES then. Thank you. Linda, are there any other public comments? No. Okay. So moving on to the next part of the agenda, this includes the consent items, which includes the minutes of the October 17th meeting, CPSC and CSE recommendations, personnel action, and textbooks. Can I have a motion to accept the consent items? Katie, second. Rebecca, any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
That passes 9-0. Next on the agenda, we have information items, and we'll start with curriculum and instruction. I'll turn it over to Rachel.
Good evening, everyone. I have two trade books to start with tonight. The first is Love is the Higher Law by David Leviathan. It is written for grade levels 7 through 12, but it will be used in 9th grade language arts, and we'll be asking for approval of this book at the January 9th meeting. And the second is All We Have Left by Wendy Mills. Again, approved for grades 7 through 9. It'll be used in the 9th grade language arts class. And again, that one will be up for approval on January 9th. I have copies of both of those, and together with the one that we just approved, the Ground Zero, they're going to make up a set of differentiated instructional texts for students in 9th grade. So that's why they are all at different reading levels, if you remember from last time. I also have some good news to share. First, I have some information from our music department. We're pleased to announce that 29 Guilderland High School students were selected to perform in the area All-State Music Festival on November 17th and 18th at Proctor's Theater. These outstanding ensembles consist of students chosen from 9 county areas, including Albany, Fulton, Hamilton, Montgomery, Rensselaer, Saratoga, Schenectady, Warren, and Washington counties. Competitive selection to these groups is based upon the scores received by the students during the NISMA Solo Evaluation Festivals the previous spring. Our students from Guilderland who played in the symphonic band will be Gabrielle Fashleon, trumpet, Si Guo, flute, Adam Horalchek, euphonium, Austin Lee, oboe, Nicholas Lynch, trombone, Jacob Mitkoff, trumpet, Anthony Padula, French horn, Caleb Pinder, flute, Ryan Renka, trombone, Varshini City, bass clarinet, Mason Smolin, trombone, and Yoon Soon Samuel Wu on trumpet. Playing in the symphony orchestra will be Daniel Bion, violin, Brendan Tao, trombone, Jeannie Liu, violin, Alyssa Sarosa, cello, Natalie Teal, cello, Rachel Wang, violin, John Wang, bass clarinet, and Ian Way, violin. Singing in the chorus will be Evan Bauer, Sean Halligan, Hannah Mitchell, Olivia Petty, Aiden Thomas, Nathan Thomas, Noah Webster, and Liam Yurden. Chosen to play in the jazz ensemble is Landon Keinel with trumpet and cornet. The concert will be held on Saturday, November 18th at 2 p.m. at Proctor's Theater. So congratulations to those young musicians and their music teachers, of course. The next is from our art department. I'm pleased to share that the NISBA exhibit includes students from Linwood and Pine Bush elementary schools. Mrs. Monley's students include Luca Foshi from grade 3, Camden Manarino from grade 1, Dylan Henderson from grade 1, And Mrs. Gillis's students include Ashton Verstegen from grade 5, Adeline Trasansky, grade 2, and Eva Wu, kindergarten. And if you look at the agenda, there are some pictures of their artwork included for you. And finally, and this one is not on the agenda because Mr. Johnson just told me about it, so we'll add it in. And we were hoping she would stay, but she has snuck out. Molly Fanning was recently recognized as the Suburban Council Coach of the Year for her work coaching our girls' golf team. So congratulations to all of our students and faculty members.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rachel. Next, we have superintendent information. Dr. Wiles?
Thank you so much. My first item is to recognize the upcoming School-Related Professionals Day, which is November 21st, 2023. So on that day, we will join schools across the state in acknowledging School-Related Professionals Day. These professionals are dedicated support staff that make public schools run smoothly. They help educate, transport, feed, and as well as keep our students safe in school. There are bus drivers and attendants, aides, teaching assistants, cafeteria workers, clerical staff, nurses, and custodians. And we know more than ever that we cannot do what we do without them. So we're so appreciative of their work. So please accept our sincere appreciation and heartfelt thanks for their hard work, knowledge, skill, and commitment to the Guilderland Central School District, and most of all, to our students. And my next item is a bit of a recap of our Superintendent's Conference Day, which was last week, Wednesday, November 1st. So on that day, we held our third Superintendent's Conference Day of this school year. The elementary level, the day was for parent-teacher conferences. Teachers of grades 6 through 12 spent the morning on department-specific curriculum initiatives, and in the afternoon, they were able to choose from more than a dozen learning opportunities, many of which were focused on the topic of equity and inclusion, and many were led by our very own teaching staff. Some of the offerings included seizure training for school nurses, CRAZE training, Heimlich and CPR training, classroom mindful practices, trauma-informed practices, best practices roundtable, what we learned from COVID, current emerging and returning strategies, civil conversations in the modern classroom, teaching with artificial intelligence. Some of the equity and inclusion focused programs offered were intro to restorative practices, phenomena-based instruction, supporting student curiosity, supporting LGBTQ+ students in the classroom, and classroom management, a thinking and caring approach. The middle and high school began planning this robust program way back in July, and a huge thank you goes out to everyone who made this possible. We are gathering feedback from our participants, and overall, it's been very positive. I don't know, Rachel, if I can hand it off to you, because I know the committee was looking at the data just today.
Yeah, so we met as the Professional Learning Cabinet this afternoon, and we took a look at the data that's been collected so far in response to the surveys that were given to our secondary teachers and also to our TAs and aid monitors and nurses who attended some of the programming throughout the day. Overall, it's been very positive. We had a really great return on our feedback on our surveys, too, which is wonderful. Last I checked, and I'll have to update the numbers for you, but last I checked, it was 160 or so returned teacher surveys and about 50 returned TA and monitor surveys. So most of the feedback was very positive about the format of the day and the numbering and types of offerings. There were some suggestions about the way it was structured was that there was K-12 department work in the morning, and then workshops in the afternoon. And so there were some requests to flip things around a little bit so that people could use the afternoon to reflect on what they had learned in the workshops and share with their colleagues. So we're taking some of that into consideration as we plan for March. But overall, it was very well received. And I will share the feedback with you in an email.
Thanks, Rachel. And Rachel really worked closely with our middle and high school leadership teams to plan this and put it all together in a nice package. It was a good day. Very busy.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Wiles. I'll just add that I love that you do this on November 1st. Hopefully that continues day after Halloween.
It's a very popular day for our conference day from all stakeholders.
Great, thank you. Next on the agenda are action items, school business. I'll turn this over to Dr. Van Alstyne.
Thank you very much. Our first item is the CARES Act Audit Corrective Action Plan. The CARES Act was the first of the 3 federal stimulus bills passed in the wake of the COVID outbreak. This one came in 2020 and provided much needed funds really for operations and existence for school districts at the time of the shutdown. We were audited by the State Education Department earlier this year. They had 6 findings that we addressed. The audit committee met last week to review and pass on to the full board the corrective action plan, which covers areas from documentation of onboarding processes, procurement, purchasing policies, federal grant guidelines. And so the board needs to adopt this, and then it gets sent into SED to go with our audit.
Great, thank you, Andrew. Can I have a motion to accept the CARES Act Audit Report and Corrective Action Plan? Was that Blanca, second Kelly? Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Passes 9-0.
Thank you. My next item is a private transportation contract that covers McKinney-Vento transportation from Gilliland High School, Farnsworth Middle School, and Altamont Elementary School.
Can I have a motion to accept the private transportation contract? Judy, second Gloria. Any questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Passes 9-0.
Thank you. My next item is a declaration of surplus or obsolete property, and it covers the listing in the agenda.
Can I have a motion to accept the list of the declaration of surplus and obsolete property? Gloria, second. Katie, any questions or comments about these? All in favor?
Aye.
Passes 9-0.
Thank you. The next item is a resolution that authorizes the district to participate in NYSMEC bidding. This is a cooperative bid for natural gas and electricity for a 3-year contract. Being a collective bid, it allows us to pool our resources in terms of market size. And the nice thing about this bid is there are caps on the costs of both natural gas and electricity, so the bid will likely come underneath those, but we would have a maximum amount.
Can I have a motion to approve the resolution authorizing participation in NYSMEC? Judy, second. Kim, any questions or comments? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
It passes 9-0.
Thank you. Our next is an internship agreement with Keokuk College for students to have field experience in our district.
Can I have a motion to approve the internship agreement with Keokuk College? Rebecca, second. Kelly, any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Passes 9-0. Right there, or is he frozen?
Oh, he might be trying to say something.
I'm here. Aye, so.
Oh, sorry, okay.
Thank you. My final is this agreement with Siena College for college-level course credit for high school students for the 2023-24 school year.
Can I have a motion to approve the college and the classroom agreements with Siena College? Blanca, second. Katie, any questions or comments about these? All in favor?
Aye.
Passes 9-0.
Thank you.
Great, thank you, Andrew. Next, we have superintendent action. Dr. Wiles?
All right, thank you. I have one item with many parts to approve some new co-curricular clubs. At the middle school, we have 2, the origami club with, must be Ms. Hart, volleyball club with Mr. Roscoe. And at the high school, we have the hot potato club with Mr. Skopas, the chess club with Mr. Hendinger, Love for Our Elders with Ms. Talagano, and Artificial Intelligence Club with Mr. Rice. They all sound very interesting. I kind of want to join myself.
These are awesome. Yeah, can I have a motion to accept the list of co-curricular club approvals? Gloria, second. Judy, any questions or comments? No, I'm in agreement. These sound awesome. It's really nice that the teachers offered to do this.
Very creative and
Yeah.
interesting.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passes 9-0. Okay, thank you, Dr. Wells. Next, we have board committee reports. We'll start with audit. Rebecca?
So we met on Wednesday, November 1st, so last week. We did discuss the CARES Act audit that we voted on just a few minutes ago. We also discussed what we'd like for our internal audit this year. We reviewed the previous several years of the focus of the internal audit and ultimately decided to look at Medicaid and special ed. This focus will look at a sampling of students, make sure that their session notes are in place and accurate, make sure all consents and scripts are in place, and if the district missed out on any potential reimbursements. And we chose that because it sort of overlapped with some of the findings that we had from last year's internal audit regarding the school lunch program. So that's what we chose. We don't have a pending meeting.
Great, thank you, Rebecca. Next is business practices. Judy?
Yeah, we met yesterday morning, and Cliff Nooney was there to talk to us about the next capital project and what would be involved, and it would, quite a bit of it would be musical space, or a good part of it, as we all know from the tour we took and the letters we've gotten. And also a lot of technology, which he didn't say it, but I assume will be ongoing for years as technology changes. We also discussed the possibility of, and the necessity of thinking about electric buses and having to start purchasing them and all the expenses that are involved in changing everything over at the transportation group. And Cliff suggested that we'll have to put a facilities committee into action next fall to develop this. He would see the voters coming in May of 2025, construction in 27 and 28. So that was the main part of it. We also are looking to find a date for a Queensbury road trip. You may remember that we were looking to Queensbury for facilities improvement because of the work that they've done. And it would be a very interesting trip. We don't have it set yet, but that was it. And
Judy, before you go on,
Yeah.
tomorrow in your inbox, you'll have a survey from Deb. We're looking at doing this on a Saturday because I realize how hard it is during the week. So she'll have several Saturday dates and also a question about, do you want to carpool, find your own transportation, or shall we get a bus? So that'll be in your inbox tomorrow morning.
Okay, we didn't have that in the meeting.
No, you didn't. It was a
Okay.
late development.
Right, well, that sounds good. And we also discussed the issue of tax exemptions for seniors, which we aren't prepared to deal with in our next budget. There's a lot of information. The town approved it, but didn't really have too many statistics for us to work with, and we wanted to see more about that because for the district, it would be probably quite an expense, and we have to do more planning than what we have. And I don't think we have a meeting set, do we?
We don't have a next meeting set.
Okay, so that was it.
Great, thank you, Judy. Next, communications. Katie?
I presented out at the last meeting. We meet again on the 16th at 3:30.
Great, thank you. And the DEI committee?
We meet this week, don't we?
No.
We have one.
We
had
haven't
one.
met since we were together.
And
we
do
meet
we
next-
have,
Oh, I have a committee.
Right, we meet.
and when, does anyone know what the next meeting is? I know it's scheduled already.
It's
Thanks,
The
Katie.
29th?
Of November?
Yes.
Thank you. Next and last, policy. Nate? Or no?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
We have a meeting tomorrow at 5 o'clock. We're going to go over a number of policies that we kind of been putting off till we get stuff from NISBA. I know we're going to talk about potential social media policy, and we've got a few other items on the agenda. Long agenda for tomorrow.
Okay, great, thank you. I think that's all of the board committee reports. We'll move on to public comment number 2. Linda, is there anybody else? No, thank you. And last, board issues, ideas, and sharing. Go ahead,
I
Monica.
just want to confirm, Linda, did we received a couple emails about field hockey, and did we follow up and ask if they wanted them to be public?
No, I did not. Came
Oh.
from SEMA today.
SEMA, you forwarded them to us.
I believe SEMA forwarded.
Oh, yeah, they didn't write public comment, so if I get an email, I
thought-
won't read it unless it's a public
Yeah, I
comment.
thought Linda usually asked. Oh, okay. All right.
Usually I'll, when I respond to them, I'll say at some point, if you want to make this a public comment, to write that down. I'm not going to read it. Yeah.
Okay.
Any other issues, ideas, and sharing? Okay, can I have a motion to adjourn?
Wow.
Rebecca, second Kim. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passes 9-0. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
Oh, great.
Thank you.